Good evening, everyone. Just waiting for everyone to join, checking the audio. Am I audible, everyone? Please reply in chat. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Please respond in chat. Okay, cool. Right. Thank you, Premankur. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this session. Now, since audio and everything is working fine, let's begin with final tips for CAT 21. So, first of all, let's see what do we have right now. What I mean by that is how much resources are still available with us. So, what we have right now is 2 nights and 3 days. Okay, that is what we have. So it's 2 days and 3 nights. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we have Friday and Saturday. So sounds like a holiday package, but I know it's a pretty anxious time when you have to not only think about what you have studied, but you have to also think about your performance. It's a difficult exam, reason being for all your efforts which you have put in last 12 months, you have only one day to perform. So there's naturally there will be a lot of pressure during this time and during these 60 hours. But what you need to do is you need to channelize your energy. So before any big day, even best of the players, best of the persons, means even business leaders or even sports person, they have their own routine. What I mean by routine is before exam they prepare themselves, means prepare in a way that they are in their best position, as in they can give the best in the exam, or best in the match, or best in their presentation, or best in a particular day. So it's natural to have the feeling of anxiety or nervousness, or some people are exactly opposite. They are started feeling very happy before the exam, as in इतना nervous हो जाता है कि उनको means they can't stop smiling, and then there's another way to express nervousness. So different people have different kind of feelings, and so what I'll try to do today is, I'll keep it pretty light the whole session, and through these light moments I'll try to bring out the important things which you are supposed to do in next 60 hours, and before the exam, the night before that, and during the exam, and what should you do after the exam as well. So that is what we'll discuss in today's session, and in the end I'll take Q&A as well. So I think we should begin with the starting part of it. So before we go into what you need to do is, now before exam you have anxiety, nervousness, or even any kind of feeling you give. So it's natural to have these kind of feelings. It's natural to have the feeling of not being able, means the feeling that you are pressurized to do something, means to perform well. But it's okay. it's good that you have that feeling, because that means you are serious about this particular thing. Okay, so that is something which is a nice thing. Okay, now even means I read somewhere, one of the cricketers has written that, means I don't remember the name, but he was asked that, do you feel nervousness before any big match? And he was like, oh yeah, मेरे को बहुत means I feel lot of butterflies in my stomach at least 24 hours before the means match. Even most of the nights before the match, I'm not able to sleep. But when I am at the crease, then I have a different feeling, because I know that this I want to do, and this is what I like doing. This is what I love doing, and then I can channelize my energy into that. So same thing you also need to do. You also need to channelize your energy, all the nervous energy which you have right now. उसको channelize करना है, उसको एक उस मोड में लेके आना है कि बॉस ओके, अब ये सारा एनर्जी मेरे को यूज करके बेस्ट करना है एग्जाम में. सो it's okay if you have these feelings, as I told you, but you need to control these feelings as well, so that you are in a best frame of mind for the exam, and you can perform you give your best and perform best according to your ability. So what should you do in these 60 hours? So something which I would recommend is that do not write any mock tests right now in last 2 days. I'll not recommend that. So what you should do is probably revise a little bit. Okay, means revision we should not be hardcore revision where you're revising all the concepts, solving करे जा रहे हो. Revision should be light revision. What I mean by light revision is that you should probably see some formulas from maths, different types of question, solved questions only. No, formula देखा. For probably verbal ability, what you do is read some RCs, see their solution, or most importantly, you should read something which will, so you are in neck of reading for last 2 days also. Read from yon.co or newyorktimes.com, so that you are in that means habit of reading. Okay, now so for DILR, don't try new sets, something which you have tried before, you have solved before, maybe CAT previous question we have solved before. That is something which you can focus on. So थोड़ा थोड़ा हल्का फुल्का रीडिंग करना है, हल्का फुल्का हम लोग को रिविजन करना है, नया चीज नहीं करना है. don't try anything new. Okay, so the most important thing is, it's unlike your college का exam जो means night before the exam you are studying a lot. No, need not do that. What you need to do is एकदम means you should be in the right frame of mind, because you have given your means hard work for a long period of time. Now it's a time to reap the rewards for this of the same. So just take a chill pill, आराम से करना है. So was a small very there's a meme which I have I'm using here. So if you do not revise, you shall not pass. It's a comic thing, but revise. That is the only thing you should do. Okay. Nothing else should be done at this point of time. Okay. So revision करना है, हल्का फुल्का chill मारना है. Okay. Now next thing is, okay, that apart from revision, mock test नहीं देना, वो सब तो हम लोग डिस्कस कर चुके. Before the exam, you need to be ready with all the documents. Okay, I've seen people, okay, and I've seen cases where students are running on the day of the exam, फोटो नहीं मैच कर रहा है, साइन मैच नहीं कर रहा है, कुछ एफिडेविट चाहिए, वो साइन नहीं हुआ है. So all these things should be taken care of before the exam. है ना, एग्जाम के दिन ऐसा नहीं होता एडमिट कार्ड कहाँ पे है, ये कहाँ पे है ना. तो lot of people okay who do these things ना, ऐसा होता है. So you should avoid doing these things, है ना. तो एडमिट कार्ड से लेके पेन, जो भी आपको सारा डॉक्यूमेंट चाहिए, एकदम आराम से सारा इंस्ट्रक्शन पढ़ लो, क्या एफिडेविट कुछ भी लेके जाना है, एकदम आराम से लेके जाके ना यार, वो सब आपको वो सोचना नहीं चाहिए. Okay. So everyone, get your documents ready at least a day in advance, है ना. Don't think कि एग्जाम के दिन ढूंढेंगे, ये करेंगे ना. एक जो चीज़ चाहिए एक जगह ला के रख दो अपने टेबल पे कहीं पे, है ना. And then that is not something you need to carry for the exam. Okay. Next, a lot of people, okay, that they become very religious before the exam, है ना, कि भाई अच्छा कर दे भगवान, ये कर देंगे, मैं ये करूँगा वो करूँगा. So I'll say not, do not become very religious, but then something which you feel, okay, you if means being religious give you feeling of calm before the exam, okay, थोड़ा तुमको लग रहा है कि relaxation रहेगा, then I would say totally do it, okay, there is no problem with it. But should not be the case that एग्जाम से पहले तुम कोई पूजा पाठ ये सब कुछ करने में पूरे लगे हो. But if it makes you happy, it makes you feel comfortable, it makes you feel that your mind is relaxed, then I think there's no problem with being मीन्स भगवान का भक्ति भाव करने से कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना. जैसे कौन सा मूवी था, 3 Idiots में बोलता है कि भगवान का पूजा पाठ ये करेंगे वो करेंगे. तो आई डोंट थिंक सो वो वर्क करता है, बट जो आपके लिए वर्क करता है वो सब कुछ करना है ना. ओके, सो बिफोर द एग्जाम आई विल से whatever works for you, that is something you can do. Not only being religious, है ना, that is something which is तो भगवान पार नहीं लगाएंगे, पार तो आपको खुद के लगाना है. तो अच्छे से पढ़िए है ना, तो रिवीजन कीजिए और अच्छे माइंड पे फ्रेंड में रहिए, सो दैट जो आपका बेस्ट है वो हमें उस दिन आना चाहिए. तो दैट इज समथिंग विच आई जस्ट से. देखिए, जो भी प्रिंट आउट है सब निकाल के रख लेना है ना. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन मोर थिंग इज, ओके, बिफोर द एग्जाम है ना, तो आपको नेक्स्ट ये है कि बिफोर एग्जाम one thing you should definitely do is sleep well. Okay, so I remember there's a movie School of Rock, उसमें means yeah, okay, so what I was saying is that sleep is very very important before the exam. You need to make sure that you sleep well. So I remember before the means my class 10th exam, so I knew before means class 10 से पहले somebody told me that exam से एक दिन पहले पढ़ के कुछ नहीं होता है. So I always follow that. Okay, means exam से पहले I used to make sure that मैं बहुत अच्छे से एकदम अच्छा सा खाना खाता था रात को, and थोड़ा वॉक करके लोगों से बात करके 10 साढ़े 10 बजे सोने की कोशिश. So thing is make sure that you sleep well. Whatever makes you sleep means अच्छे से टाइमली वो करना ना. Don't think too much. अपने if you are at your means family, if you are staying with your family, talk to your family, just chill, relax करना है और आराम से सो जाना है. So that is something which is very very important. I think this, if you do not sleep well, that can have an impact of 10 to 20% in score. So that is very very critical. तो लोड नहीं लेना एग्जाम का, बट है ना वो होता है. नेक्स्ट डे इवन इफ यू हैव स्लेप्ट 6 hours, बी हैप्पी कि अच्छे से सो लिए है ना. स्लीप तो इवन इफ यू हैव स्लेप्ट जितना भी टाइम है सो के अच्छे से, यू शुड बी फीलिंग फ्रेश एंड देन गो टू द एग्जाम. नाउ नेक्स्ट थिंग इज during the exam, okay, sorry, before the exam, what you should do is exam hall means most means your reporting time is at least 1 hour before the exam. So you enter into the hall, they check your document, they check your biometric and everything, and you are seated on your means you are seated on your the exam hall seat at least half an hour before the exam. So you are there. So I'll say first means just means at least 10 minutes before the exam, yeah, 15 minutes, next 15 minutes you can just chillax. You can think about what is going on. इधर उधर देख सकते हो, इधर लोगों से बात कर सकते हो, है ना. They may not means allow you to talk, but still what I say is need not focus your energy much, है ना. Just भी वहाँ पे भी have that demeanor that you are relaxed. Now just 10 minutes before the exam, the starting time, then you can start thinking of what your strategy is, as in what you're gonna do in the exam. Now, so what you're gonna do in the exam, as in what I mean by that is, let's say for each section what your strategy is. Means for each section whether you will attempt RC before or verbal, means verbal reasoning question before, para jumbles करोगे ये करोगे ना. So जो whatever your plan is, think about that plan ना, and go with that energy. Means you are entering into it. So एंटर करने से पहले योर माइंड शुड बी वर्किंग at certain pace, so that when you enter start reading, you are starting at a pace, है ना. It should not be that happening that so हल्लू हल्लू स्टार्ट कर रहे हो और उसके बाद में स्पीड गेन कर रहे हो ना. ट्राई गोइंग विद as much energy, as much speed possible. Also think about other sections also. What means let's say verbal ability के बाद में you have to switch off from verbal ability. DILR में आपको क्या करना है. So all the strategy of each section should be revised before the whole means in those 10 minutes. And last 1 minute में think about only the verbal section. Okay, maybe less 10 seconds, 30 seconds में. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'll start with. And this is what is the kind of question I'm supposed to attempt. This is the kind of RCs I'll attempt. तो वो सारा चीज़ जो आप प्लान करते हैं है ना, वो सब चीज़ what you want to achieve है ना, all these things should be in your mind. So what I mean to say that is those 10 minutes should be rehearsal of plan of everything you want to do in those 2 hours. Now, so make sure that you have that plan beforehand, but 10 minutes पहले you are revising that plan. Then you should not be looking at anything as in आजू बाजू कौन बैठा है, क्या बैठा है, तुम्हारा इंस्ट्रक्टर कौन है, कौन तुम्हारा सॉरी इन्विजिलेटर कौन है, doesn't matter. I mean, it should not matter. You should be thinking about okay, next 130 minutes are gonna decide where you'll end up. Okay, as in what percentile you'll get. So give your best. So that mental frame should be very important. Now I have shown this meme. Okay, if going into the exam you are like बहुत अच्छे से तैयार हो गए, एग्जाम में निकल के एकदम पूरा हो जाता है. I don't think I wanted to just take this corollary as in I always feel whenever I write any exam, any mock test or anything, before going into mock test I feel I'm pretty relaxed, refreshed, everything focused, and I put in so much effort in those 2.5 hours or 2 hours 10 minutes that I feel that I am almost my whole energy is sucked up in those 130 minutes, and I feel कि पूरा एकदम हो गया बस. Now I was want to go somewhere just exam is over. So you should be feeling the same. इतना energy you should be energy इतना लग जाना चाहिए, इतना आपका when you are reading verbal ability एकदम पूरा एक तरह से एकदम आपका energy इतना लगाना चाहिए कि you are reading very very fast, reading each and every sentence, writing central idea, then going to the question में you are seeing that this is the second paragraph. I go to the second paragraph, read that paragraph very very fast, read the central idea, and then see what is the question asked, and then you see option 1, 2, A, B, C. Okay, B is not not relevant. C is let's say wrong fact. D is right fact and right context. Mark the answer. So that kind of energy should be there when you are writing the exam all the time. So give your best energy. So उतना fast process में आपको जाना है. So that is what you should be doing throughout those 120 minutes or 120 minutes. And उसके लिए you need to be ready. You have that mental frame of mind. Then next thing is your the section plan. Okay. So I always tell everyone that each of the sections they test different skills. Apart from knowledge, they test some qualitative abilities. Okay, that those abilities. For verbal ability, it's all about accuracy. Now, what I mean by accuracy is that if you are, let's say, you are reading, if your accuracy is really good, you will score very very well, because in verbal ability, most of the people will have almost 90 to 100% attempts. But who scores well is person who has better accuracy. So how do you maintain accuracy is when you're reading the question, you identify what is the type and reading it very very well. Means you have to put everything, your whole brain, when you're reading the question, when reading the paragraph, reading the option. तो दिमाग एकदम इतना फोकस होना चाहिए, इतना मेटिकुलसली सोचना चाहिए कि आप you are seeing everything through. That is how you will gain the accuracy. So focus on accuracy. If you do, if you achieve that, then you have given your best in verbal ability section. So that is something which you need to focus on. So verbal ability is all about accuracy. accuracy is something which is obviously byproduct of your concentration in those 40 minutes, है ना. जितना अच्छा concentrated होके आप read कर रहे, समझ रहे, है ना, और एकदम पिन पॉइंट होके सोच रहे, that is what will give you good accuracy, है ना. Next, DILR is all about selection. Okay, so selection involves two kind of skills. One is identifying what you're supposed to leave, है ना. So whenever you see something, a type of question which you feel okay, ये तो हम लोग मेरे को डुबा लेके जाएगा, या this is a set which is pretty lengthy और bounce होके जा रहा है, leave it, है ना. Leave एकदम comfortably, leave with what I say is be happy while leaving it, है ना. Means you should be feeling very good while leaving such question, है ना. And obviously attempting those ones which you feel are the easy ones. So selection is the most important qualitative ability which is tested in DILR section. So you need to have, means, and with 40 minutes section it becomes even more important. 60 minutes में you could have let's say एक आध गलत सेट भी आपने अटेम्प्ट कर लिया, कुछ कर लिया, आपका 6-7 मिनट वेस्ट भी हो गया. So that is, if you waste 6-7 minutes, okay, that is around 10 to 12% of your time. But in 40 minutes time you have to have that great level of selection, isn't? So the first set you are attempting, that should be, you know, means that is something which you should be focusing on, as in कौन सा वो अच्छा है, and that is what you should be doing. So quit का मतलब I'm not saying quit मतलब DILR का quit कर लेना. DILR quit मतलब see a difficult side and quit and be happy like Obama is. Okay, and you're leaving it. Okay, I'm happy. I'm not attending this discussion. No. So that is what I mean by DILR में I quit. Okay, so have that means confidence in yourself that you will find an easy one. Most of the time what you are sucked into a difficult set is reason being you feel okay, I'll not be able to solve an easy one, I'll not be able to find the easy one. So it's like a chase in T20 or something, you know, cricketer looks okay. So you wait for the easy ones, okay, so that so you take the game deep. Okay, you are waiting for the easy one. If you find any difficult one, you just leave. You find an easy one, hit that particular one. Then next the easy one, hit that particular one. So that is what the whole strategy is all about. And obviously if you find something is okay, ये one बन भी सकता है, नहीं भी बन सकता है, you will get, if you are not able to find an easy one, you will always get time to come back to that particular set again. So means don't fret over it. Now coming to the last section is Quants. Now Quants is irrespective of this difficulty level of this section, listen, whether it's moderate or easy or difficult, you need to have that speed. Now, speed, reason being, you are only going to solve the easy ones. So if you are going to solve only the easy ones, that means you have to solve the easy ones, and you should do that very fast. Okay, so if you have so 40 minutes is there, so divide your time. 25 to 30 minutes is time where you have the first iteration where you go and solve all the easy ones. Now, and super speed isn't what I mean by super speed. Read the question, you can solve immediately. If you see okay, means what is the trigger point? Trigger point is when you're solving a question and you feel okay, अटक रहा है, means अटक के सोचना पड़ रहा है. Leave that question. Yeah, you can mark that question and come back to that question later on. So even after attempting, you feel okay, सोचना पड़ रहा है, थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाना पड़ रहा है, move. Yeah, mark that question. So the question which you are solving are the questions which you feel that okay, step number 1, 2, 3 answer आने वाला है. All those type of questions are only which you will solve in the first iteration. Doesn't matter we are solving 7, 8, 10, because depending on the difficulty level of the paper, you will be able to solve the number of questions. If you are able to solve more number of questions in those 25 to 30 minutes, then from the usual number of questions you are able to solve in the mock test, that means question level of difficulty level is easy. Now you have to push your pedal, means harder. So from the marked question, go faster, even faster. If you feel that number of questions you have solved are lesser than you are able to solve during the mock test, now that means that the paper is difficult. That means you need to again choose well. From the moderate level question or the question we have marked, choose well and choose those ones which we feel are easy to solve. So that is how you're supposed to go. And then once QA section is over, then means then you are done well. Okay, relax. Now, but what you are supposed to do after the exam? No. So I always believe in that if you are doing something means momentous, means something like CAT का exam लिखने वाले हो या कुछ करने वाले हो, then you should have some small sort of celebration. Okay, it can be going out, it can be going out with your friends, ना कहीं दोस्तों के साथ relax करना है, कहीं पे करना है. So make a plan for what you are supposed to do after CAT. Your family, you can go out with your family, dinner पे जा रहे हो, दोस्तों का चिल मार रहे हो, कहीं घूमने जा रहे हो, हल्का फुल्का इधर ही गई, है ना. So make a plan, ना. So that is something which is very very important according to me. Reason being, then you won't think about the exam, you know. So I always know that okay, means when I'm writing a CAT exam, that exam देके उसके बाद में ये करना है. Or any big occasion I have, I always remember that उस occasion के बाद में I'll do something, so that I'm looking forward to two things on that particular day. Not only the exam, then other thing also. So that makes me think that okay, there are two things, means and both are equally important. So the pressure of that exam reduces. So plan something, है ना. Plan something as in कुछ भी plan करो, ना, so that you enjoy your time. So that is what is very very important, everyone, ना, according to me. So this is something which I thought I'll share with you guys. Okay. Now one more thing, everyone. Remember that this exam is the day when you're supposed to give your best. Now, a day may come when you're not able to give your best. A day may come when you're not able to means perform as per your expectation. But 28th of November is not that day. Okay. So on that day, what you're supposed to do is you need to give your best. Believe yourself. Believe that you will be able to give your best. So that is the key. The mindset. Mindset should be there that I'll give my best on that particular day. Everyone, I hope I'm clear. Now I'll take up the questions. I already see a couple of questions there. So Premankur has asked, should we give sectional tests at this point? I'll say not necessarily. If you want to sectional, because again the time for writing tests is gone. Okay, 2 days before the exam you don't means it's like IPL का final है ना. So Chennai Super King के पास में ना they have 20-25 players. So they don't play a match between means them. They don't make two teams and आपस में match खेलते. What they do is they strategize. They make sure that there is a plan for everything, and they make sure that they have enough energy for the day, and they will give their best. They believe in themselves, so that the whole point or whole the plan is to give their best. Plan is not to write a test or play a match or something. Or what you can do is you can probably visualize things that okay, this is what I'll do in this particular part. This is what I do in this kind of a question. This is what I'll do in selection. This is what for DILR. This is the kind of question I'll attempt. This is the kind of question I'll not attempt. So those strategy formation and everything, that is something you can do. So that should be the plan. The plan should not be कि आप उस दिन ये कर रहे हो कहते हैं सोच मीन्स आपको मीन्स टेस्ट लिखना is I think I will not advise that. So Premankur, I think I am clear. How to overcome burnout during the exam? It happened quite a lot of times while giving. Okay. So Kunal, burnout. What I mean by that, I think what you mean to say is कि 2 hours के exam में you feel at end में आते आते कि okay, you are feeling that okay, energy is gone. So what I'll suggest is you need to have that energy before the test. ना exam से पहले आपके पास energy रहना चाहिए. So that's why it becomes very very important that you sleep well. Sleeping well gives you a lot of energy, means because that makes sure that your HRV, heart rate variability, is very high and you are able to handle the stress. So that is one thing. Second thing is what you need to do is probably uh, means before the exam relax करने की कोशिश करो. Don't think too much, है ना. When you think too much, when you take pressure, when you take stress, these are the things which drain your energy, है ना. So energy drainage नहीं होना चाहिए. Energy drainage कैसे नहीं होगा? You are not means indulging in those activities which can seep your energy. So what you are doing is, है ना, कि आप बस ये कर रहे हैं कि जो जो आपको मीन्स आपको रिवाइज करना है, प्लान करना है उस टाइप से. और उसको भी सोच मीन्स हल्का हल्का सोच रहे, ऐसा नहीं सोच रहे कि एकदम पूरा आप दिमाग में एकदम लगाया हुआ है. गॉट द पॉइंट, है ना. सो दैट द एनर्जी विच यू नीड टू मीन्स एक्सपेंड जो है ना मीन्स आपको एग्जाम में शो करना है, वो बस एग्जाम के जस्ट 10 मिनट पहले से आना चाहिए, है ना. इट शुड नॉट बी कमिंग बिफोर द एग्जाम, है ना. बिफोर द एग्जाम आराम से आप रिलैक्स कर रहे हो, जा रहे हो, टाइम पे पहले पहुंच गए, ना. डोंट मेक मीन्स लॉट ऑफ पीपल दे आर लाइक आराम से जाएंगे पहुंचेंगे, है ना. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस इज since exam day there is a lot of traffic, है ना, in especially near to those centers. So make sure you are reaching on time. And before the exam, most of the times ना you have your friends on their same center, उनसे बात करो, गप मारो, है ना. जो भी मिल रहा है उनसे भी गप मारो, ना. So that is something which you can do. And exam के टाइम पे एनर्जी वेस्ट करना है. Okay. फिर लिखा हुआ है, ओके. सो आई थिंक कुणाल आई एम क्लियर. Okay. Are you writing CAT exam this year? Unfortunately, I am not writing this year. I have some other commitment, है ना, उस on particular day. So उस immediate कुछ travel आ गया. So although apply किया, but I will not be able to write. Vaccination certificate का कुछ है क्या admit card पे? I think vaccination certificate ऐसा कुछ आई डोंट नो, बट मीन्स इफ यू हैव यू कैन कैरी इट ना, प्रिंट लेके. एडमिट कार्ड पे तो कुछ नहीं है, बट आई थिंक यू नीड यू इफ यू हैव दैट यू कैन कैरी इट प्रिंट लेके, है ना. There's a feeling that is consistently hitting in my mind that my prep is not up to the mark for scoring well. What do I do in that case? So देखो, एग्जाम इज अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल थिंग, है ना. मैं आई फील दैट एग्जाम इज अ वेरी मीन्स आप एग्जाम के दिन क्या करते हो कि व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग द एग्जाम, दिस इज एन ओकेजन which you are means occasion where you are showing that you have done it, whatever benefit, whatever means hard work you have put in, whatever you have done in those last 6-7 months, this is a time to reap your rewards. So means as in it's a time where you are thinking only about what you are going to do and what you are going to perform. Obviously means you won't be able to do better than what you have studied. Okay, means if your performance level is at 90%, तो 90 से ऊपर नीचे आ सकता है ना, means plus minus. So what you need to make sure is that you score at least means the score which you are capable of, है ना. And the feeling of means you are not prepared well, what you need to think is that by revising those things, what means what is important is what you have studied. That is something which you should remember. Means if you see syllabus coverage is infinite. Means there is no means boundary to it. Means you can keep on studying. You can solve infinite number of questions. You can solve infinite number of DILR set. कितना भी कर सकते हो, but that won't be enough. So you have to make sure that you feel that way, that okay means my means. So उस feeling को हटाने के लिए क्या करना है, revision करो, है ना, and obviously believe in yourself, है ना. And one thing which obviously I just forgot, which I wanted to make tell you guys is मैं means before writing any exam or before means when I was in college, okay, before going for any interview, you know, I means I had my own routine, as in I used to listen to my means favorite motivational song, है ना. I used to listen to this song, है ना, लक्ष्य को हर हाल में पाना है. And I mean वो पढ़ के मैं बस गाना सुन के एकदम मैं जाता था, and I used to feel okay, बस एनर्जी हो गया, now boss, this is my day, I'll be able to crack this interview, or this is the day I'll be able to give my best in the exam. And that is what I used to feel. Yeah. And I still do that. Okay, जब भी मेरे को करना है, I just feel that okay, लक्ष्य को हर हाल में पाना है, and that feeling is there, and most of the times it matters what you feel more than what you know, so that you give your best. So that is what you need to do. Okay, डर सबको लगता है, गला सबका सूखता है. Okay, Saloni here, yes. So डर सबको लगता है, गला सबका सूखता है, but if you are level-headed, you will be able to give your best. So that is something which you need to think. Self-declaration of vaccination is there. Yeah. So Prabhakar, as mentioned by Prabhakar, you need to tick and then sign करके जाना है. Sir, can you help us with make a checklist of the things you need to take to this and test center? I'll ask Gajendra sir to share. Okay, what are the things which you need to carry, okay, admit card के अलावा है ना, तो वो एक बार will share in the WhatsApp groups. What about accuracy? Does it decreases percentile, like someone scoring 24 with 0 negative and the other scoring 24 with 3 negatives? Whose percentile will be higher? Now it doesn't matter. It used to matter in 2012, 13, 14. Since 2016, since TCS has taken over, and number of slots have reduced from those time. We used to have around 30 slots. Now from that time onwards, 4 slots onwards, the accuracy doesn't matter. So it matters that you are in which obviously slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. Okay, that matters, and only thing matters is how much you are going to score. So according to that, there can be some normalization. So normalization is not based on accuracy; it's based on the score only. So it doesn't matter आपका accuracy कितना है, आपको बस make sure score लेके आना है. But obviously accuracy plays a major role in scoring well. So if 24 marks with 0 negatives, 24 marks with 3 negatives, doesn't matter. Both are same. But if you have 3 negatives, that means you could have got those additional. If you see those questions are objective, means multiple choice question, then in case you could have added 12 marks. So that loss of 12 marks is there. So accuracy obviously is very important, but not for normalization or score. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions you have with respect to preparation? Anything which you want to say? Struggle a lot in VARC, how to compensate with other section in exam. So Kunal, first thing you need to think is obviously you need to do well in VARC. So how do you do that? Again, you need to read in next 2 days, and you should feel that okay, I am very in very good zone of reading. So if I am writing CAT exam, okay, which unfortunately this year I am not, but usually when I write the exam, I make sure that I am reading for the last 10-12 days. Okay, even last 2-3 days I read. If I am not able to do anything, reading is something which I definitely do. So when you read, what happens is you are in that frame of mind. Second thing is, in exam it becomes very important that how do you start. So you should start with something particular RC or verbal reasoning question, which the topic which you are familiar with. If you start with a topic which you are familiar with, you are going into a zone which is comfortable zone for you. And once start is good, then you are on front foot. Then you start scoring well. So start is something which is very very important in VRs. And why it's very important? Reason being, this is the first set. Okay. So आपका 120 minutes का भी first 10 minutes are very crucial. आपके VRC section का भी first 10 minutes are very crucial. So pick those topics or those RCs which you feel are which or VA question जहाँ का content is something you are familiar with, and then you will be able to go very very fast and very comfortably. You will get good accuracy. Now the plan to compensate performance in VRC in other sections is QA is something which is I think is something where anyone means if you studied well, you can give your best. So something, give your best means you can excel the meter, you know? So what I've seen is, if I'm able to follow the 25-30 minute rule, that I am able to pick only the easy questions though in those early minutes, then last 15 minutes, okay, or I'll say uh, 20-25% of the time when left in the exam, I usually feel that okay, now I can go insane. Insane as in, means all the value putting thing of option elimination, all these things are something which comes to my mind, and then I'll start doing those things, you know. So by hook or crook, I feel that okay, मेरे को answer mark करना है ना. So that is something which happens in QA, if you means if you are going into that zone in first 25-30 minutes when in that particular section. Yeah. DILR में, again, if you want to compensate, select well. If you are able to select well, no, then so making sure that you are able to utilize those 40 minutes very well. So that is something which is very, very important. Okay, now I have habit of reading the RC a lot. Can't do that during. Yes. So means if you are, so a lot of people are saying that they have habit of reading RC a lot. So this is something which you have to, I'll say, abhi you have to let go. Yeah? So that is why it means you need to be conscious before the exam. You know, lot of time what happens is, if you are not conscious, you know, so that's why I'm saying those 4-5 minutes, means 10 minutes before the exam are very critical, because you need to remind yourself of all these things which the mistakes which you make. So for me, what I do is, for verbal ability, I'll just say okay, same thing, you know. I will choose RC जो बहुत easy वाला सबसे पहले. So that is something which I tell myself, don't pick an RC जो है ना difficult to read. Second thing is, read fast, write central idea. Read fast central idea, because unlike you guys, I do not prepare, you know, for these exams. So I know central idea लिखना है, but prepare ही नहीं कर रहे हो, तुम उस motion से नहीं जा रहे हो of writing the tests and everything. So you forget the process, you know. So I tell the process to myself, okay, this is what I need to do. Then third thing I tell is, what are the mistakes I make? Okay, so I remember what are the things, the mistake which I can make. So I'll say, okay, do not do these things, do not do these things, do not do. So I keep reminding myself these things. So if you have that habit of reading RC aloud, so that is something obviously you cannot do. So maybe during those next 2 days, what you need to do is, you need to prepare, when you're reading something, so you have to read it silently, है ना. So obviously घर पे बैठ के ये आपको ये करना पड़ेगा ना next 2 days में, so that you avoid those things. So avoiding anything is something which you need to do it beforehand, and obviously during the exam also you need to keep on reminding yourself, जोर से नहीं बोलना, जोर से नहीं बोलना, जोर से नहीं बोलना, है ना. So what you need to do is just remind yourself, and then you go to the exam, then automatically you remember. Once you've gone through it, you know, means first 2-3 minutes when you have started, and then you are not reading it aloud, automatically things will fall in place, and then you won't have to remind yourself. So first 2-3 minutes is something which जहाँ पे all those means the mistakes or all those things which you are not supposed to do happens. So Rashi, Kunal, Shruti, I think I am able to means I think I answered your question. No. Anything else, anyone? Any other question you have which you want to ask? So everyone, means if you do not have any question, so I'll means remind you guys, you know. So make sure that you are in right frame of mind, you know. Pick your favorite song, maybe pick your favorite movie if you have that kind of movie which your favorite, you know. So watch that movie maybe on Saturday or maybe tomorrow, you know. Have that feeling, okay, I'll do my best, you know. Means it can be anything, Pursuit of Happiness देखो, you know, or कोई any sports movie you see, you know. So any of these movies, write those watch those movies and have that feeling. Now, means performance में knowledge is one thing, your performance is emotions control and emotion को channelize करना. This is equally important. So if you are able to means combine these things, then you will give your best. Now, I struggled in DILR. Sunny is saying, Sunny. So if you are struggling in DILR, so one thing you need to do is last 2 days में revise all the DILRs you have solved so far, है ना, and identify क्या क्या हर एक सॉल्व करने में आपको सोचना था, है ना. क्वेश्चन को पढ़ो, देखो ओके व्हाट इज व्हेन, हाउ डू यू आइडेंटिफाई क्या करना है, ओके, एंड देन हाउ डू यू फ्रेम द सॉल्यूशन, स्ट्रक्चर कैसे बनाते. तो नया क्वेश्चन नहीं, जो जो आपने किया है उन सबका आप एक बार just read those questions, see how do you come to the solution and how do you make the table or graph or anything. And remember, same thing you are supposed to do in the exam also, है ना. तो during those 2 days 100 200 जितना भी सेट सॉल्व किया उसी पे इतना करना है ना. बस ये सोचना है, डोंट थिंक दैट यू नीड टू सॉल्व ऑल दी DILR ना, उसको सबको सॉल्व नहीं करना है. जो सॉल्व किया हुआ है उसको आप बस क्या कर रहे हैं, रीड कर रहे हैं, है ना, देख रहे सोल्यूशन कैसे आ रहा है, एंड देन उसको याद रख रहे हैं. एंड सेम थिंग यू नीड टू एप्लीकेट इन द एग्जाम. एग्जाम में एग्जैक्टली सेम थिंग यू डू, एंड देन इफ यू डू दैट ऑब्वियसली यू विल बी एबल टू स्कोर वेल ना. तो एंड ऑब्वियसली सिलेक्शन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट की विच आई ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड. सो एग्जाम में सेलेक्ट द क्वेश्चंस विच आर इजी टू सॉल्व, विच यू आर फेमिलियर विद, है ना. तुमको लग रहा है ओके ये बन जाएगा मेरे से, है ना. डोंट ट्राई अटेम्प्टिंग क्वेश्चन जो पहले भी नहीं बनता था, अभी जबरदस्ती सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं ना. तो दैट इज समथिंग विच यू कैन डू ना. तो सो एवरीथिंग आई थिंक आई हैव डिस्कस्ड मोस्ट ऑफ द पॉइंट्स विच आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन, योर माइंडसेट ऑल्सो. सो लास्ट पार्टिंग वर्ड्स एवरीवन. Make sure that you are in right frame of mind, है ना. You guys have done a lot of hard work so far, so believe in yourself that you will be able to reap your rewards, है ना. And 28th of November is that day when you will give your best, है ना, and all the hard work which you have put in, you will be able to showcase that on that particular day, and you will be able to score well in all the sections. Think about what has worked for you in any of the mocks where you have scored very very well in each, and in particular mock what has worked for you in a particular section. Think about that, have that nice feeling, make sure that you are well rested before the exam, and make sure that you have that energy, momentum, and give your best on the exam day. That is all. Thank you very much. All the best. CAT 21 हमारा है.